I felt like I believed in myself more after going to RYLA. I felt like I felt validated. Whatever I had brought there, people were just accepting, and that made me feel like I was good enough, and I could make myself better, but that I was good enough. And having that base to start with, knowing that who you are is acceptable and that you have the potential to be greater, I think that's probably the first thing that comes to mind. When I went to RYLA, I was having some difficult situations back home. And in fact, my mom had lost her job, and she was a single parent. And we were in a difficult financial situation at the time. I went to RYLA knowing that there was a chance that I wouldn't have a place to live when I got back. One of the co-leaders of RYLA at that time talked to me one day and asked, "Steph, you look like something's wrong. What's going on?" And so I told him, and I told him just that I wasn't sure where I was going to live when I got home. And he called my mentor, who had led me to RYLA, and he called another of his friends from another Rotary Club in the area where I lived. And I found that Rotary was kind of like a small town. They just said, "Here's a need, and I think that you might be able to help." I think that working with one person and making that connection with one person can be really powerful. In my case, it certainly was. And 10 years later, I'm 26, I'm employed in a full-time job. I'm volunteering with my own local Rotary Club. I'm part of a district committee to work for RYLA. What we have now is a 5-day leadership seminar for young people. I know it's a little bit different in terms of logistics from the 1-day event. What we're expecting is that the 5-day event will be very dramatic, very powerful for these young people, that it will help them see their own leadership potential, how to better work with people, how to find their ways to improve, manage through situations, find opportunities. It's so important that today's youth get to experience RYLA because they deserve it. They are worthy of being given the skills and connections that RYLA can give them. Part of RYLA is just self-discovery. And once you've discovered these positive characteristics about yourself, you can go out and use them. It's important to make young people feel valued and know what their strengths are so that they know how to effect positive changes in the community, in their portion of the world.